Okay, you know that Joe Biden has been missing for a couple days, or more than a couple days, since he was diagnosed with the COVID, and well, let's say that he dropped out of the presidential race with just a paper without any kind of White House lettering and with a very suspicious signature that I already analyzed in another video. But now we have an alleged audio call that he made to Kamala Harris HQ, supporting her presidential race here, presumptive nominations as presidential nominee. And I don't know, I have my doubts about this. Let's hear. We're gonna hear chunks of this. Let's do it.
Go. This is a Fox News alert. President Biden called into Kamala Harris in Wilmington, Delaware. Let's listen.
Get so much more we're going to get done. And so I want to say hello to Kamala if she can hear me. I know she's going to be speaking shortly. And I want to say to the team, embrace her. She's the best. I want to call today to thank everybody in this effort. I know yesterday's news was surprising and it's hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me to help us win this thing, help me get this nomination, help me win the nomination, and then go on to win the presidency.
Well, I have my doubts for various things. And the first one that many of you already know that I'm very passionate about artificial intelligence and all the possibilities that we have creating content, and not only video, but also audio. And I said a couple years ago that the moment we could mimic or duplicate or clone voices, well, things were going to be really dramatic in terms of misinformation. And guess what? We are already there. We are at that stage of technology that we can clone voices, and you see it all the time in every social media platform, all these deep fakes with perfect voices that go from or come from just cloning voices from real people. And not only you can have an AI, a robot speaking with the person's voice, you can record audio. Maybe you have an impersonator. You can have someone who does an impression of President Biden, and the software or the AI can make the voice virtually exactly the same. So my question is, at the same time, if we are at this point of technology, then why can't you organize a FaceTime call or a Zoom call, which would be much more appropriate to see like Joe Biden in the flesh, like he is there. Although at the same time, we have to say that unless Joe Biden is physically in a room with witnesses, then we cannot just really say that we have actually seen the guy. And being this just an audio call it's extremely suspicious. It's extremely suspicious, especially given the circumstances and given the very suspicious circumstances about that signature, that my opinion is that someone else signed the document without any kind of White House letterhead. But let's keep listening here.
But, you're an amazing team, but we've got a great, I think we made the right decision. I know how hard you've worked, how many sacrifices you made. And so many of you uprooted your lives for me, and the kind of commitment few people make for anything these days, but you made it. And I've been honored and humbled. I mean, this is from the bottom of my heart.
What I feel is that he's, for someone who has still COVID, because we got a very, very recent notification from the White House's physician that Biden was still being administered COVID medication. He was doing well, but for someone who has COVID, he's speaking like faster than usual. We are not used to Joe Biden speaking this fast? And I have analyzed him both in that comparison between the two Bidens at the debate, at his latest interview, and on none of those clips or videos we have listened Biden speaking so fast. That's one thing that I'm really not buying it. I have serious doubts given advances in technology and everything that they had been hiding from us. By the way, I was making a video about that that clip that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez published, and then she deleted, and then she just it was endorsing Kamala Harris for president. It was a bit odd. And that analysis is coming out tomorrow. But right now, these circumstances are just really sus.
Word is of Biden that for all you've done for me and my family. And we built the best campaign in organization in history. I've been doing this. I always kid and say, I know I'm only 40, but I've been around a long time. I don't know of a better campaign organization, grassroots campaign. You know, we have over 230 offices opened. We have over 2,000 paid staff, and we have literally several thousand volunteers on a regular basis, thousands of them. And they've been relentless and tireless in reaching out and contacting voters. The leadership of this campaign has been amazing. Jen O'Malley, Dillon, Julie Quinn, Michael Tyler, Rob Flaherty, Rufus on raising money, and so many more. You built this team. You brought them together. You brought us together. You've inspired them.
At the same time, you can say, well, maybe he is reading from a script, but at the same time, he doesn't have the usual flow when you read from a script. Usually, when you read from a script, it's more much stiff the way that when you read from a script, and we are also used to hear Joe Biden, when he reads from the teleprompter, have all these mistakes saying the end of quote, repeat the line, and all that stuff. That I don't know, for being written a script sounds too natural, and for being natural sounds too fast for Joe Biden. Again, severe reservations. Again, one thing that I haven't addressed in this video is how Joe Biden is not actually addressing the elephant in the room. I mean, why did he do this? That he's completely mum about the topic. Nobody besides him is giving any explanations whatsoever. That is something that I guess the Americans wanted to know. Why being just a great president in the past 4 years, in this 4-year term, and you said that on that suspicious document as well, like 3/4 of the document, saying that you did an excellent job, but you're quitting the race. Why is that? Why, if things were going so well, according to you, why are you quitting the race? So many questions unanswered, and this is the kind of things that these organizations or these groups want to make it seem like nothing is happening. But when was the last time? When was the last time you just had an audio call from someone in this era where every mobile phone, every iPad, every PC, everything has the ability to make a FaceTime call, a Zoom call? That doesn't make sense.
And you've done what leaders do. Now we got to, the name has changed at the top of the ticket, but the mission hasn't changed at all. And by the way, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be out there in the campaign with her, with Kamala. I'm going to be working like hell, both as a sitting president, getting legislation passed, as well as in campaigning. What we still need to save this democracy. And Trump is still a danger to the community. He's a danger to the nation.
Well, that is something that I've told you many times, that instead of, well, what are you going to do? What are your plans? The rhetoric is always about, well, we have to defeat Trump. We have to defeat Trump. We have to defeat Trump. And this is something that they are, I'm sure that in the 100 days and a bit more that we have in front of us, this is something that they're going to repeat ad nauseum.
And just ask my foreign policy colleagues, my counterparts, and other people around the world and at home. Look, so I'm hoping you'll give every bit of your heart and soul that you gave to me to Kamala. And I want you to know, I won't be on the ticket, but I'm still going to be fully engaged. I've got 6 months left of my presidency. I'm determined to get as much done as I possibly can, both foreign policy and domestic policy.
Okay, that's another thing when he talks about the presidency. If for somehow he feels that he is not maybe ready, or he is not fit to be president for the next 4 years, and he doesn't explain why, having such a great record, according to him, then how can we trust that he is fit to be president for the next 6 months? Again, this is the kind of questions that this audio call is made in such a nonchalant way to make it seem that everything is, well, everything is going well. Nothing is happening, when it's one of the most outrageous situations in, well, I don't know, years or even decades. What has happened in the past, 10 days? Just 10 days. So I just want you to ask this kind of questions. Ask this kind of questions yourself. What are they trying to hide? What kind of narrative they want to push? Why is everything so murky about this? Ask those questions, and whatever answers you come up with, make sure that you write them down in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Much love and bliss.